Friday again, Achieve Virtual Education Academy teachers. Can you believe it is May? I cannot believe it's May. Hopefully you had a not too nerdy May the 4th be with you day. I happen to be here for Teacher of the Year celebration. Mr. Totten did us proud at the ceremony this past week. So thank you to him, and he had a thank you for all those who helped impact his Teacher of the Year award this year. So outside of that, testing is wrapped up. We're gearing up for the end of the school year, and summer school is revving up. It's hot and heavy, so bear with me through these. Summer school training dates. This slide should look familiar. It's been about the same the last 2 weeks, so 3 in a row now. Starting next Tuesday at 4:30, we'll have our first It Will Be a Webinar. So look for that. It will be a webinar, but we're going to have 4 of them. You don't have to attend all. You can attend all if you feel weak and you want some backup information later on. But we'll have 4 different training meetings. You'll need to plan at least one so you can get the nuts and bolts. There's some things that, as of today, I still don't know. So Monday, we're looking to kind of finalize the information we need to get you. So that first meeting, we can kind of tell you, here's where you go to see your kids, here's how you know you got kids, and all that fun stuff. So I did send all the teachers who do currently have summer school students enrolled. We've got about 600 of the 1,200 enrolled, so we're about halfway who are actually in Skyward. We've got a lot more confirmed. We've got 1,200, like I said, confirmed, but 600 are actually entered fully in Skyward. Hopefully we'll come up with a way for this to be faster next year, but currently that's where we stand. Summer school meeting agenda. I didn't get any survey responses back over the last 2 weeks. I think I got one, but it was pretty much about the grading, something we're already going to be talking about. So here's our agendas for the summer school meeting. How do I see my students or contact them? How do I get that information that I've been able to do in the past? Can I bulk email? Those kinds of things. How do I grade and work? Do anything in It's Learning if you haven't already kind of been through the training, which we assume most of you have. So make sure you're freshening up on your login for It's Learning so you can kind of follow along with that aspect. Do I use Skyward at all, and if so, for what? You will most likely be entering a final grade in Skyward, but honestly, outside of that, I don't think you're going to spend any time in Skyward, other than if you have Skyward access right now, you can probably see your roster of students starting to build. Getting kids started, what do I need to know and do? What are the expectations? Mr. Totten's going to lead us on that. He's got a slide put together and how he kind of manages his opening few days of summer school, getting kids going. And then final exams. How are they going to work this year? They're going to work like they always have, but accessing them will be a little different because It's Learning came without a password feature. They are building it for us, but it will not be ready for summer school. So your final exam will appear to students like a different class, and we're going to explain how that all works because classes can be password protected. So just kind of FYI on that. And then any questions we've left unanswered. I don't expect this to go past 2 hours. It's probably honestly only going to be an hour. Once you get into your content with your kids, I think you're going to see this is a lot easier than My Big Campus ever was, but it is a change. It is different, so there will be a growing curve. So that's our summer school agenda. I know not all of you teach summer school, but if it's something you kind of want to stay abreast of for the fall semester, that kind of thing, certainly feel free to join us. Summer school enrollment. We are still at this time taking Ben Davis High School students and any Madison Grant students that want to enroll. That is very few. I think 2 came in this week. So Madison Grant pretty much all got in during that first week. They'll have a few more. Kids not going to pass in the next 2 weeks, and so she'll want to squeeze them in. But Ben Davis will be. Ben Davis got 2 different links. The one link is now dead since we closed enrollment, and so they're still trying to go there. So we will continuously have summer school students trickle in. Counselors are either emailing us directly, hey, put this kid in these summer school classes, or they're going to the new link to register. So it's just happening very, very slowly. But I look, as always, we have about 300. So expect that over the next course of the next 2 to 3 weeks. But, even up till we start summer school that last week, we're throwing kids in classes for Ben Davis, it seems like. So we'll always take those. There will be a cutoff after the first 2 weeks when we're dropping kids at that point. We're not going to put any more in with only 5 weeks left. But outside of that, That's where we're at with summer school enrollment. So it's definitely hot and heavy. If you don't have kids yet, hey, they're coming. Like I said, only 600 are actually in the system. We know 1,200. We've got them confirmed. They're in a Google spreadsheet, but we're manually entering their information to get them into Skyward. So it's painstakingly slow. Imagine 5 to 8 minutes per student, because that's about what it's taking to type every kid in. We did bring in a part-time help for 15 extra days to help us with the entering, and that's all she's doing. Obviously my secretary, when she can, is doing it. Thelma Webb at the Ed Center is helping us, along with one of her support staff, and Misty Huff. So we got a lot of people on it. It's a slow process. So stay tuned. If you didn't receive the email that, hey, you got kids, stay tuned. They are coming. Remember, you will not get those email notifications like you did with Genius. For this semester, into this school year, final exam preparation. If you haven't already been getting this out, it's time to start blasting it out. We end on May 27th. We also always offer the Ben Davis Extended Day or evening school, but thing of note, Thursday, May 26th is the last night the evening school is open. After that date, no one's going to be here to proctor exams in the evening. So please don't have students show up on Friday, May 27th at 6 p.m. Fridays we are never here in the evening. But even the next week, June 2nd, June 1st, we will not be here. And so they really need to finish by May 27th, and those final exams should be done. If they're coming to Ben Davis, May 26th, the deadline. So again, this password is Achieve Spring 16. Nobody yelled at me, so I believe that is accurate, the password. That way at public library, we only send them one password instead of 104 passwords for all the different courses. We're done. Oh my goodness. Over the last 3 weeks, it's been about 3,000 miles of traveling between ISTEP and ECA, and then dating all the way back to the first week of March. That's all, man. I am wore out organizationally. My mind's fried. Feel like we're losing it, but it's done. For Achieve Virtual, we're done. ECA testing closed up last night, Thursday evening. ISTEP the week before, and we are done testing this week. Thank you to Claudia for her organization and keeping me straight. I started losing it here at the end, and she was able to keep me honest. So thank you for all that helped us. Thanks Johnny Bird for traveling for us a couple of times over the last 3 weeks, and thank you all for being patient with me if I was short with you in any way. Save the date every summer school or every summer session. Ours is only about 7 weeks now. We do a virtual summer academy. This year it's July 12th. Let me know if you can't attend. We do like to have a big turnout. And last year's was engaging. It was fun. You guys did all the work. You were running around the building. So I'm not saying it'll be the same thing. We don't want to get boring in that regard, but we certainly want you to have a good time while still learning some things through its learning, and potentially Skyward, depending on how deep we're going to ask teachers to get into it. But again, I haven't pushed Skyward hard, in case you're wondering, because I don't think you're going to do anything in it outside of entering a final grade for kids. So anyway, save the date, July 12th. We'll start at 8 a.m. Mark your calendars. We'll probably be done. Last year we were done for by noon. So it just kind of varies, but I always tell people to plan around 2. I used to say 4 and then try to get you out of there between 2 and 3, but even if it's only a half day of learning and fun, it's worth it. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms. Have a great mini marathon and Mother's Day weekend. If you're into one of those people that likes to run and do the mini marathon thing, good luck to you. And for the rest of you, tell your mothers how much you appreciate them. Hopefully the weather lives up to the hype, and I wish you guys a wonderful weekend, and can't wait to see you again next week.